Hi, I'm Maricela, and I'm a student at the UT Tyler Occupational Therapy Program. Today, we're going to do kind of like a reflection on family occupational roles using the role checklist. I do have a checklist completed that I filled out that I will attach down at the bottom. And then I also have one of my husband. Okay. And these are just like roles that you fill out. And so for like a summary for me, so I am a mom, so I am a family member, I'm also a caregiver, I'm a full-time worker, I'm a student, I'm a friend. My hobbyists include strength training, I'm a gym goer, a reader, also a household manager, like feeding the kids and doing bedtime routines. As far as like a religious participant, I did put answer is no, just because I'm busy at this time. However, I would like to do this in the future. For my husband, he is, of course, a family member. He works full time as a nighttime server. He's a home maintainer. He's the one who shops for the groceries. He pays the bills. He even helps with dinner. And then he helps with laundry, and he's a friend. He put on his role checklist that he wants to do have a hobby, so he wants to be a hobbyist, and that he also stated that just like me, we would like to be a religious participant, and we would like to do this in the future. I think just because of our busy schedule right now, we just have not fit that in. And he did mention he does not want to volunteer. It is important on the role checklist, when I looked it up, it's 18 and up. But just for fun sakes, if we wanted to include like my teenage boys, they also help with chores around the house. So that would be a home maintainer, they're a student because they go to school, they're a family member, they are a hobbyist participant because they play instruments or involved in clubs. That's just an idea of what your children's roles could be, or the other members of your family. But just remember that the role checklist does say 18 and up. So let's go on our questions. One, what are the factors that enable you and your family members to sustain participation in these roles? So our family sustains participation in these roles through teamwork. We kind of share the responsibilities and mutual support. So like I was saying, my husband helps a lot with the house, and then he also works at night, which helps with my daytime role. My teenage boys, they help with cleaning, so it eases the burden of me and my husband. And then for another factor for participation in these roles is I try to prioritize my mental health through regular exercise and walking, which helps me be more engaged in my roles. So number 2, if you or a family member took on a caregiver role for another family member with mental illness, how might this impact your time use and engagement in other roles? So right now, they help me a lot because I am a person with mental illness. I was diagnosed this year with ADHD, anxiety, and depression. So it's all about teamwork and just helping out. So like for me personally, like during my role, I do exercise and reading, make sure I evenly distribute my work and school and just have a life balance. Just really need to adjust my schedules and make sure to delegate my tasks more, and seek support from my family to lessen the burden and the responsibilities I usually have in the household. So number 4, how might you work with other families who are experiencing similar situations, change in roles, and change in occupational participation? This would be a good opportunity to connect with other families, maybe for sharing strategies or maybe asking for advice on how to balance like being a family member and caregiving and our personal goals. We could probably discuss challenges, with one another to another family, and then maybe offer emotional support. I think that would really be good. And we could just seek each other as sources, and just be able to communicate. I think that would actually be good to be able to just collaborate and both like feed each other off on advice. Okay, so number 5, what questions could you ask family members to explore these issues? So a couple questions like I might ask my family members, or like, what roles do you find the most meaningful, like to you? I think that's a very important question. How do you balance your responsibilities with your own self-care? I answered how I did. Maybe I would like to know what they do for self-care. And then another question, I would say, what activities help you recharge and feel balanced? To know you have this role, what makes you feel more balanced? And I think that would be really great. And another question I would write or to ask is, how can we support each other if one of us takes on additional caregiving duties? Maybe to talk about if, say, hey, mom's busy, how would you help her out, and that type of thing.